Yo, welcome back to the TDP podcast, where intellect meets real talk and delusion gets dismissed. I am the distinguished professor, and in today's session, we're going to talk about a lady who says single mothers didn't choose to be single mothers. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. But without further ado, class is in session.
A lot of people sit and wonder, they say, why do single women, single mothers, think that taking care of a child by themselves, just doing it all by themselves, is a flex? We don't. We don't think it's a flex. You think that we chose to live this life and take care of children 24/7 on our own, go to work, pay daycare on our own? No, if that was the case, we would have never laid down with them.
So I had to stop her right there before she even started cooking. And let's really be honest. In 2025, if you become a single mother, it's your decision. And how do I say that? Because 69% of our children are born to unwed mothers. 69% of our children are born to unwed mothers. So if you continue to have babies out of wedlock, it's not an accident, it's a pattern. A lot of times in our community, we value carrying before we marry. We value having a kid. We do not value marriage. This is why I can say that Black women are not marriage-minded, but Black men are. I say it again. Black women are not marriage-minded, but Black men are. If you were marriage-minded, you wouldn't be out there having all these kids. 69% of our kids are born to unwed mothers. That's an astronomical number that needs to be changed. But let's continue to see what she has to say.
Every woman thinks their dream is to have a two-parent household and a backyard with a dog and a pool and a husband go to work and come home and lovey-dovey and watch movies. It didn't end like that. You got to understand that. See, mama's babies, daddy's maybe. A mother always has to stand her ground and be there. A daddy can run off. Mother's got to stick around. Even when that child is 18 and older, we still got to be there. See, understand this. Not only did we choose peace for ourselves, we chose peace for our children. See, a lot of you women are in a household right now, and you got a man, and you stand your head so high because you got a man paying the bills, but you're miserable.
So let me stop her again right there. I know men have accountability. We have to take accountability for our actions. No one's denying that men have failed in this situation either. But women using selective accountability is the problem. Y'all chose the man. You chose to lay with him. You chose to carry that baby to term. So who really chose to be a single mother? Y'all are choosing this. Men control access to marriage. Women control access to their womb. So if you're choosing to lay with these bum dudes, these dudes is not going to stick around. That is on you. So again, before the deflection starts, but we're the Black man. Why did he leave? Or they should be held accountable too. Of course they should, but here's the catch. Women, again, you control access to your womb. We control access to marriage. So if you decide to give your box away to any Tom, Dick, and Harry, and unless the pregnancy is forced, which is less than 1.5%, the decision was mutual and deliberate. You chose this life. So yes, you are choosing to be a single mother. You cannot give the most sacred thing, the most precious thing, the biggest gift you can give to any man that you barely know and be surprised when they don't stay to raise a child. Woman, if you get pregnant, that's on you. You control access to your body. My body, my choice, right? So you need to make sure that something that's going in your body needs to be protected, needs to have a rub on it, or it needs to be abstinent. You make that decision, because unless you're in that 1.5%, all these babies that are being born are because you decided to. There's a pattern in the Black community that we need to change. And unfortunately, that pattern is not changing. Let's continue.
It's toxic. You forgot all about your mental health. You don't even think right. You're crying your sleep to self. You crying at night by yourself when you got a man laying next to you, but he texting another woman. Sometimes you got to choose peace for yourself. That's the difference. We chose peace over our life. We chose our mental health. We chose We benefited for our children so that they don't have to sit and listen to cussing all back and forth, throwing shit all over the wall. We chose peace in our household. It's not a.
So let me ask you guys a question. Do you think, listening to this lady, there's peace in any household that she's a part of? So where's it come that the woman needs to vet the man a little bit better? Why? Because you guys are so out of line. You guys are doing whatever you want to do. This is the results that you're getting because you want to choose. You choose to be out of line. You want to be out of line. You want to be independent. You want to feel your feminism and be free. But this is what you get when you're unprotected, both figuratively and literally. So if you got a man that's not providing you peace, because at the end of the day, men want peace in their household. I don't know many men are just going to their household and making it unpeaceful. You, my lady, don't seem peaceful at all. So if you're staying in a situation, even before you have a child, that's unpeaceful, that's on you. Because I can guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, that household was that way before the baby was conceived. It's a pattern. It's deliberate. And you continue to do it. We'll let her finish.
Flex. But I tell you one thing, peace is. So when you question it, write what I just said down.
Ladies, I'm gonna be very honest with you. And the reason why I can do this, because on my channel, I like to speak the truth as much as possible. I like to speak the truth every time I speak with facts, data, statistics. Ladies, the truth is this: if you are a single mother, unless he passed away, you chose that path. I'll say it again. Women, if you are a single mother and the father of that child did not pass away, you chose that path. You chose vibes over values, and you chose pleasure over partnership. The biggest issue in our community is we refuse to couple. We'll have kids, we refuse to couple. Why is it that every other race of people, black, white, Indian, whatever, white, Indian, Hispanic, can have as much sex as they want, but not produce children? Women, instead of being a single mother, you need to go back to the men and finish or complete your family. If your man was not being abusive or R-wording you or things of that sort, then you need to go back to that man. And if you say, I can't go back to him, or I would never go back to him, or I don't like him, then you chose the wrong man. And why did you choose to have his child? There's multiple forms of access to birth control. There's also AB. There's also deletion of children. So if you chose to have a child, you chose to have a child. Because a woman controls access to who was born in her womb. A man controls access to marriage. Women, we need to get back to valuing marriage over babies. Marriage over babies. Until that time, we're going to keep getting women like this having these conversations and speaking incorrect things. Women, if you have a kid, you chose to be a single mother. You chose to be a single mother. And no, this is not an attack on women. No, I'm not bashing women. This is just an invitation to truth. Because without truth, there's no healing. You want to stop being a single mother? Then you need to, 1, vet men on character, not chemistry. 2, stop giving your body to a man you would not want to raise your daughter. 3, respect marriage and commitment before conception. I'll go over those 3 steps again. Vet men based on character, not chemistry. 2, stop giving your body to men you would not want to raise your daughter or your son. 3, respect marriage and commitment before conception. This is how we get back to get married. We need to value marriage. So many women are afraid of marriage because their parents or their grandparents have instilled, girl, you got to go out there and make your own. Girl, you got to do this. Girl, you got to make sure that you don't rely on no man for nothing. Girl, you got to make sure you always keep some money in your back pocket just in case the man can't pay for nothing. Girl, you got to make sure you keep a rainy day fund just in case y'all get divorced. These are all the scare tactics women are putting, your mothers and your grandmothers are putting into you. They're not teaching you how to properly vet a man. They've been married for years. They're not teaching you. They're not giving you the special sauce, the secret ingredients to having a healthy and long-term relationship, marriage with a man. How to work with a man. They teach you to be scared of a man, and that's an issue. So we're more scared of being with the man than we are with having that man's child. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. The truth is, you weren't forced into single motherhood. You were sold a lie that you could do it all alone. Going to that whole independent thing. You weren't forced into single motherhood. You were sold a lie, and you could do it all by yourself. And in some ways you can. You know why? Because the government becomes your man. The government will pick up the slack. The government will pick up the check. Section 8, child support. SNAP, temporary assistance for needy families, TANF, food stamps. The government got your back. You're more likely to get a place to stay than I would if I had my child. So the government became your man. The government is your man, which is why it's okay to have as many kids as you want, because the more kids you have, the potentially more child support you're gonna get, and the higher your Section 8 voucher, the more food stamps you're gonna get. So technically, you don't need no man for nothing, which is why you're out here having all these kids. So yes, you chose to be a single mother. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Link to the original content creators in the description. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. If you're new here, welcome to the classroom. Pull up a chair, hit the subscribe button. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Class dismissed.
This big black man.